Welcome back, everyone, to the Graveyard Shift, where two idiots talk horror. I'm your host, Hayden. I almost said Hades. We're keeping it.
We are so close.
We're
so close.
keeping it. I'm here with my co-host, Graham.
Hello. So today we are talking about Leprechaun 1993, because that's the original.
Yes.
But before we get started, we have a few housekeeping. I'm going to move that way from me so I'm not tempted to play with the lights. We have a few housekeeping things. We're not on a regular basis right now because one, someone's getting married in a few months.
Yeah.
This guy. And two, you are also in what you call session.
Yes.
Do you want to quickly explain what session is to people who don't know?
I can, but I can't go into full detail.
Just
so
brief.
Brief assessment is where I work for a certain facility. Would you say facility? It wouldn't be a facility.
You work for the state.
I work for the state, and during certain portions of time period between
Basically January to May.
for this year, yes, between January and May, I have to work very late hours, and I can't record as much as I would love to.
Yes.
And because usually you call me while I'm in session.
Well, okay, there was 1 week I didn't know you were in session that week.
Check.
I thought, okay, I'm driving. Even over this. So sorry, I don't want to die.
Okay, continue.
Okay, another housekeeping thing. Our setup is a little bit different because one of my cats, I believe, broke the tripod, so I'm getting a new tripod for Hayden because it was actually Hayden's tripod. So we have the camera in a different spot and we have the light in a different spot, but
yeah, the camera's not on top of my computer, and our light source is laying on my computer's keyboard right now.
It's working.
It's working, but we're gonna see how long this lasts.
Yeah, so for this one and then the one after this, because we're gonna record 2 episodes tonight.
Yep. We are gonna have to change our background. By the way, should we show them what you screwed up on the remote?
What do you mean why I screwed up?
The color.
Okay, well, okay.
Come on. This is green.
Yeah, this is green. This is what green is on the remote.
That's not green. That is blue.
No.
That's
I didn't screw it up. I pressed the right button.
So if you look at my arm, and it might not look like it. I could probably put a saturation filter on it just to make it pop out more. That is green.
Yes. But with all that being said, we're doing this because it's St. Patrick's Day, and so you're part Irish.
Yes.
How much percentage?
I am 3rd or 4th gen Irish, so I don't know what percentage that would be. I just know generations. I'm like 3 or 4.
Okay. Yeah, so Hayden's part Irish, so he loves Irish folk themes, and Leprechaun has been a big theme for you or your family.
I mean, we are Irish, part of the O'Kelly clan. Leprechauns.
I'm talking about the Leprechaun franchise.
The Leprechaun franchise. I watched it all. I watched all 7 movies.
I thought it was more 7.
That was 7.
I don't know. They just made a new one recently.
They did?
I thought within the past 5 years.
They might have. I just completely forgot. It's dude, 5 years gone by
within 5 years. I don't know. It could have been last year. I know.
It could have been. All I know is that I watched all of them. I started watching them my freshman year of high school.
Gotcha. So this was another one of the ones that when we very first started podcast, we have to do this franchise for St. Patrick's Day.
You know what I didn't do? I should have brought my book of Irish horror tales.
I was just thinking about that because I bought you that book. I bought you one of the books you have. You probably have multiple.
I've gotten a few.
Yeah, I bought you one at Barnes & Noble for your birthday. 1 year.
Yeah, you did.
I think last year.
I think I have it.
I don't know why I'm getting you this year.
You got me the Nightmare Before Christmas book.
That was for Christmas.
Yes, and that shows me all the behind the scenes. Yeah. Basically the making of the movie. I have the Irish horror tales. That one I bought myself.
Yeah, there was another one I bought you.
There's another one you bought me.
Yeah. But I don't know what I'm buying you this year. I don't know. I was thinking about.
Dude, you can get me something just for the wedding. Just save the money for the wedding.
Okay, if you say so.
Or if you want, you can give me something for my birthday. I don't know.
I'm kind of this weekend. You guys don't have to get me anything for my birthday. I don't feel your upgrade.
The trip is
Yeah,
your cousin.
exactly. So like,
Yeah, we're going on a trip this weekend to
yes,
celebrate his birthday.
which is not this long story, and I won't get into. I'm a little bit upset by it. Anyway, so this was my very first time watching Leprechaun. I liked
That's
it.
not surprising, to be honest.
So I was going into this thinking it was gonna be another things killing.
Why
Yes,
is it that I've watched more horror movies than you?
because well, think I never watched horror movies as a kid.
Oh, that's true.
Horror's not new for me, but it's still new,
Okay.
especially like with like movies and stuff.
You sooner or later are going to be like me and get tainted by horror movies. You're just going to sit there and laugh at it like I do with.
Oh, I was laughing at this movie. There was one joke I laughed at. I can't remember.
What? Where he bounced back?
No, it was something Ozzy did. I loved Ozzy.
Which one was Ozzy again? That's not the kid, is it?
Yeah, that's one of the
Oh,
kids.
that's okay.
It was the dumb kid.
Okay, fire. The one that plays the bad guy from Pee Wee.
Okay, I didn't know that actually.
Yeah,
Um,
he's in the movie Pee Wee's Big Adventure where he has to go find his bike,
gotcha.
which is a good movie to be honest. And that's got a horror scene in it.
I just want to do Batman Alone Halloween. That would be a good one.
That would be a good one.
Okay, but like anyway, so this was my. I was going into this kind of thinking it was gonna be more like a things killing type situation, but it was gonna be
it. Dude, it's been so long since I've seen the first one. It actually felt like I was watching.
Yeah, so he didn't actually watch it. Like,
no,
he rarely watched the movies we talked about.
Well, because some of them they're on platforms I don't have, like the Peacock. You have Peacock, I don't.
I tried giving you a Peacock.
You tried giving it to me, and it didn't work.
Yeah, apparently the password's not updated. I think I know the password. I just can't.
But I watched a recap of it, and watching it sparked so many memories of like how corny this is.
Well, it was very corny, but it wasn't like things killing corny.
No, thank God.
Like, and I'll admit, I really liked it. I kind of want to watch another one.
I think it's 5. No, 3 or 4 is really good.
I do know they get corny, like, and they get really bad later on.
It's as corny as it does with Friday the 13th.
Yes,
like Jason X.
Yes. If you hear background noise, my mom's in her craft room next door to us, so just a heads up.
Oh, right there.
Oh, right now. Hello. Oh, she's talking. So anyway, I didn't mind this one. This one's really.
I gotta stop leaning back because I know I'm on a squeaky chair.
He's on my old chair.
And if I lean back, it squeaks really loud.
Yeah.
You just need some WD-40 on this.
Yeah, but it's something we can do next time. Anyway, what were we talking about?
We were talking about Leprechaun.
Yes.
And how this is your first time watching it.
Yes. We've already been over this.
Yeah.
I don't know if she hit something or dropped something. What's going on? We're keeping this in, by the way. What was that?
It's me about the gold. It's my gold.
Is that actually a gold coin?
Yeah. I got 2 now. Oh, and you can't.
We're professionals. We're professionals.
Oh, lassie.
Okay, so you can do the iOS accent.
Yeah. If I do it like really focus on it, I can actually talk like almost full Gaelic, which is the appropriate one of the appropriate terms for speaking Irish.
The actor who does Leprechaun, who plays the Leprechaun, is he Irish? You know?
Who plays him?
I was just.
I completely forgot who plays him because I know it's a guy from Europe.
He plays in
It's not the one from Harry Potter, is it?
Yeah, he plays in Harry Potter.
Oh, then yes, he would definitely have the accent.
Okay.
Because he's from the.
Because he plays the Leprechaun in all the movies, correct? Or at least most of them.
At least most of them. I'd say all but one.
Okay.
I just know that anybody from the English Isles, which is either England, Ireland, Scotland, or Wales, you can actually pretty much narrow down your accent to match all of them.
Gotcha. Because he did really good.
Yeah, he did.
And he was definitely an interesting part of the movie. Unlike the Killer Turkey, he actually was good. And yes, I'm gonna be hating on things killing a lot.
Dude, we're both gonna hate on that. I still can't get over that he wore the face, and she goes like, "Hi, Dad," and bends down and hugs him, even though your dad's taller than you. That part's still.
We have two things killing too. No, like Thanksgiving 3.
After the wedding.
Yes, because your Thanksgiving is after your wedding. Yes.
Yeah, we're doing
That's
it.
our timeline.
I'm not doing it before.
Or we just do it and get it out of the way, so we don't have to think about it ever again.
And I could, then that means I could edit it and schedule it. Or technically, since now that he's got a computer.
Okay, so yes, I do have a computer, so
we're doing a lot of recapping.
Yeah.
In storytelling, but yes, we're getting to the movie. We're just expressing like what's going on. You got a new computer.
Yes, I just got a new computer. I am trying to make videos too.
Yeah.
I did make some videos. I don't know how good they are. I need to show you.
I still need to show you how to make a channel.
Yeah. I know how to make a channel.
Do you have your artwork done, or do I need to make your?
You make the artwork.
Exactly.
By the way, I need to show you the videos I made just kind of so you can make fun of me more.
This is ought to be interesting.
Okay, so can we talk about the movie?
Okay.
You saw it. This is the one you want to do, so you start.
So one of my favorite parts about this movie is that Jennifer Aniston's in it.
It was so weird. I knew she was in this one.
This was her first movie, by the way.
Was it? Okay. I didn't actually look that up. But it was so weird seeing her young.
Oh yeah, this was I want to say
because this was like way before
either
pre-Friends.
late teens or early 20s in this movie.
Yeah, because she was like this was pre-Friends.
Yeah, this was really pre-Friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was one of her. This was her first movie because every actress start off with like some corny low budget film and then work their ways up.
Yeah.
But in this,
she did pretty good.
She did really good.
Honestly, I don't think there was like really any bad acting inside the movie.
I want to say the kills are more bad.
Yeah, but I kind of expected that.
The kills are bad, but the acting's good.
Yeah.
The acting, I mean, the choice of words for the choice of phrases for the actors, it was definitely for its time.
Yeah, but see, that stuff doesn't bother me like it bothers you.
That doesn't really. I mean, on some occasions.
Gotcha.
Depending on what exactly they say.
Gotcha.
But yeah, if you have one old movie and they say the one word that we can't say,
fail. But yeah, like there's really no bad acting, and the movie seemed like it didn't. It knew its place.
I dropped me coin.
It knew its place, and it knew like it didn't overstay its welcome, in my opinion.
Sorry, I'm listening. I'm just.
But like it didn't overstay its welcome. Would you agree? Like it didn't feel. It didn't. I wasn't watching this movie like going into it. I was actually like really engaged with it.
Yeah, and it does draw you in because the story's not. It's written really well.
Yes.
But it is a little.
I mean, it's a low budget.
Yeah, it is what it is for a low budget film.
But it's a good low budget film.
It's a lot better than Thanksgiving.
Believe in some of the other ones. So anyway,
I know. I'm trying to think of, dude, how many have we watched? This is what video 20,
and we really haven't watched like any low. Like the only other low budget one we did was Thanksgiving. I don't know if you count Terrifier as low
Terrifier
budget.
is not low budget.
Yeah, Beetlejuice wasn't.
Oh my god! I can move my lucky charms.
Lucky coins.
Don't push me. Why is your chair like constant? If I move, it just lowers itself.
I don't know. Okay, so anyway, the opening scene is about this not mom, dad, this married couple, and
some businessman. I can't remember.
Yeah, some businessman. He just came back and he tricked a leprechaun out of his coins, out of his gold coins. Hence,
well, he caught the leprechaun. He said he caught the leprechaun.
He caught the leprechaun, but he didn't.
Which is one of the things. Which is one of the lures of leprechauns. If you find them, catch them, you basically get their goal.
Yeah, but he didn't know he took him home.
No.
And so the leprechaun kills the wife, and all of the kills were pretty generic. Like there was nothing too.
Yeah.
What was the one? Okay, I'll talk about this later. But yeah, there was one that was like kind of like a lot more graphic than the other ones.
Are you talking about the pogo one, or are you talking about the police officer one?
The police officer one.
Oh yeah, that one was more graphic.
And so I forgot about the pogo, but yeah, but also the pogo. And by the way, I watched this like 2 nights ago. So
The pogo one wasn't. The pogo one was a little bit misleading, but not graphic. I'll explain.
okay, like not graphic, but more like painful.
Painful, yes.
That was a lot more painful to watch than some of the other kills.
But when he's jumping on the dude, somehow his face is already fucked up.
Yeah, I saw that. I was questioning that. I
His
did see that.
chest should be the part that's fucked up, not the face.
Yeah, I saw. I was like, why is the blood like all over his face?
Unless he jumps from the body to the face and then the face is just inside, then
Well, like around the mouth, I understood, but because you could be coughing up blood and stuff. But there's like blood like up there.
yeah,
Like,
that doesn't make
yeah,
any sense unless it splatters up.
which it could have. But anyway, so he kills the wife, and then the um husband traps the leprechaun in a box and puts a 4-leaf clover on top of the box and traps him. And then he has a stroke before he can burn down the house.
Well, so the four-leaf clover apparently is a repellent, which I've never really heard of in the lore of leprechauns.
Okay, what is the leprechaun in shoes? Like, is that like an actual thing? And I was like, are they obsessed with shoes?
Okay, so leprechauns, and I'm just going off of what I remember and what I know from what I know about Ireland. Anybody from Ireland, if they know more than I do, I mean, they would know more than I do. Um, so the whole fascination is either his character is obsessed with feet or shoes, or it's tying in with the how leprechauns are like also relatives to shoe elves.
Gotcha.
Because shoe elves are the ones that come in during the carpenter age and would help carpenters like
Hmm.
um make help them finish the shoes. Because I think if how that happened with one carpenter was just extremely tired and he hallucinated that there was elves working at shoes, but basically it was him doing an all-nighter and getting all these shoes done overnight.
Gotcha.
And you get praise. You would get praise if you took care of the shoes and the elves. But the leprechaun thing, I don't know exactly why he's got a foot fetish.
It was just so odd throughout the movie. I feel like they.
Scene of them like he's polishing them and they're all organized on the table.
Okay, this is what I feel like. What to the script writer's head. I feel like they did it as a running joke, or like they did it as a one-off joke, and then they just kept having it build on.
They probably did.
Like, and honestly, like I didn't mind it.
No, it was the comic relief.
Yeah, because that one scene with it all like who cleaned the house? Like, who did all this? Bill.
Yeah, like a bear trashes everything, but organizes the shoes. Yes, you're Goldilocks. Let me just organize your shoes, and I'll destroy everything else.
Yeah, no, that maybe that was the scene that I laughed at. I can't remember. Anyway, so we skip forward like 10 years later, and a dad and a daughter buy the house. The daughters
so
play
Jennifer Aniston and her
dad, yes, and
they're if I remember correctly, they're from California.
yes,
Like almost Beverly Hills. She has the stuck up, snotty type attitude.
yes, and then she meets a cute boy, and she's like, "Oh no, we can stay, Dad."
Yeah, she really wanted to get out of there. Like it's a small ass house. There's no pool, no nothing.
Yeah,
And somehow she has a cell phone.
Yeah, but okay, it wasn't like this. It was like
No, it
it
was
was
like the old flip phone, but
yeah,
this one was the one where the top part was the old like pull up the wall phone, the numbers, and there's like a case.
yeah.
Which, to be honest, I had something similar when I was a kid, but
I I don't have any memory of having one of those.
well, I had a flip phone, dude. I I will kill you for my gold. Um,
Anyway,
but flip phone, I had a flip phone before.
well, I had a flip phone, but I didn't have like one of those flip phones.
Oh
In my
no, I
time.
got one of those. Those were my grandma's, but then I got a normal flip phone. But I never had a smartphone until senior year of high school.
Um,
I didn't even know what Facebook was till my senior year of high school.
I had Facebook on my computer. I got a
And
iPhone when
you and I
I
we're the same age, right? Yeah, you and I are the same age.
yes, birthdays are like less than a month apart.
Trying to remember, okay. But yeah, like when we were in high school, our senior year, you probably had a smartphone and everything else.
I got an iPhone um freshman year of school of high school, and then I switched over to an Android either my senior year or freshman year.
Yeah, I had my first smartphone our senior,
But I never used my iPhone.
and that was
Like
like what
I
10 years ago.
we graduated 10 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, dude, our class reunion. I'm not going to that shit.
Is there, I haven't gotten anything about it.
I haven't got anything about it either, but I'm not going.
Oh, I would. I would in a heartbeat.
But you want to go back to that,
I was back to high school 2 weeks ago.
dude? I don't care for the high school anymore.
I
I
was
don't even.
at the high school 2 weeks ago at the
If
event.
I'm if I want to watch our classmates throw their lives away or get overweight or whatever it is from high school, I can go on Facebook and look that shit up.
Eh,
There have been a few.
okay.
Heck, there's people I knew in high school and that they're now in prison.
Oh, that was a spice wagon. Probably gets a feel.
Name one. I was
I'm not going to say it on camera. 'Cause I'm going to say the last thing too.
look at me and do this. Dude. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Actually, I think he's out. Um,
Well, yeah, he is out
yeah,
actually, but
yeah,
he wasn't.
yeah. Anyway, back to the movie.
I'm gonna keep my gold from you because you keep trying to steal my gold.
Anyway, how are you guys doing?
Continue.
You're supposed to be reading this.
So we're back to the part where Jennifer Aniston and her dad. Um, he meets a local boy, but he's like he's like what painting their house
Yes.
or refurbishing it.
Yeah, so he's like the town painter, and he has these two kids with him. I really
I
like the
think
kid
they're
acting.
either his friends or his brothers.
I don't know. His company is called Three Guys Paint.
Seriously,
Yes.
it's like two guys in a truck.
Yeah. Um, so I really like the kid actors inside this movie. They did really good.
Yeah, a little
Um,
harsh on each other.
yeah, but I really liked Ozzy. Ozzy was my favorite character.
We got gold. Now we can afford your operation to make you smart again.
Oh, poor Ozzy.
But I am smart.
Poor Ozzy.
Dude,
I was so worried Ozzy was
this
gonna
character
die.
got shit on so hard.
I was hoping Ozzy didn't die, and then like at the very end he nearly died. I was like, no, Ozzy, don't.
But yeah, his character is the one from Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, yeah. Um, and then so they go to the basement and they find a box and they nearly open it.
Well, Ozzy finds the box.
No, the two guy and I need names. Hold on. We're professional.
Obviously. Dude, we need to get better at pulling up the list. We've only done it for like the first few videos.
It did. Okay, hold on. Okay.
Leprechaun movie cast.
Well, I'm gonna put Leprechaun 1993
Okay,
cast.
fine.
Um, was it Nathan?
Nathan was the one guy who was hating on Jennifer Aniston.
The cute guy.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, so Nathan is
the main guy.
Yes.
To
the cute guy.
Yeah, but the way he talks to her, like one scene where he was like, "You're from Beverly Hills. Here's a broom. Do you know how to use this?" That part got me.
Hold on. Me too. No, I just the microphone.
That part made me laugh.
Oh yeah, I mean this movie was definitely funny. Like, and that's my train of thought. Yeah, so they go down to the basement and they nearly open the box, but then they hear Ozzy or somebody scream. I can't remember why they screamed. I think they dropped like paint or something.
Why'd they scream?
Do you remember?
I remember they find the gold in the truck.
Yeah, no, I'm not there yet. That's after the Leprechaun gets released.
Well, he knocks the four-leaf clover off the chest. The thing pops out. He can't use his magic on him as he runs upstairs. Comes bursting out of the doors talking about a leprechaun. No one believes him.
Yeah, and then they go back downstairs and they find like a rat or something. And they're like, "Oh, there's your Leprechaun, Ozzy."
Probably. I'm trying to remember it.
And then, oh, jeez, I just watched this movie too.
I know.
And
it should be fresh in your mind.
It should be. Well, I also watched two of them, basically back to back. And then,
more gold.
And then,
where are the rest of me Lucky Charms?
Gold coins.
Listen here, Lassie. You either give me my pot of gold, or I will kill you.
I don't have any more gold.
Then where do you get this one?
That was my last piece.
That's my last piece. But if I see more,
see more or what? Gonna throw me on camera though.
I want to make a joke to the bouncing back one, but we don't have a pogo stick.
Anyway,
I'm trying to conjure my Irish accent, but it's hard.
Anyway, Ozzy and I think Alex is his name.
Probably.
Yeah, Alex.
Here's the list in front of you. Oh,
he's slowly dying. Yeah. So Ozzy and Alex find the pot of gold, and Ozzy swallows one.
So he tries to bite it because he wants to see if it's real gold, and instead of biting it, he inhales it. Which I don't know how the hell you do.
It's Ozzy. He's not that smart up though.
Yeah. You don't know how you do that, to be honest.
And is that even a way to check see if gold is real is by biting it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
I guess you can taste the metal.
No, it depends on the pure gold, but you can it's a soft metal.
Gotcha.
So you can only put like a slight dent into it, or it doesn't bend as much. But between gold and silver, if you bite down on gold, if you can leave a mark in like a dent in because of how soft it is, that's how you can tell. Because I think with silver, it doesn't do that.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so they go back to the cabin. They hide the gold in the well.
Yeah.
And then they go back to the house and
I'm just saying the line, we'll make you smart again.
Yeah. Poor Ozzy. Poor Ozzy. You have to feel bad for him.
I do feel bad for his character, but it's like, damn.
But he was such a good character.
Yeah. Here you go.
And then the leprechaun attacks Troy. Jennifer and
No, it doesn't. At first, it's underneath the truck and
scratches at her.
Plays with her, either the shoes or her ankle or her leg. Like he plays with her, and she thinks it's Nathan.
Oh, that's right.
And then she turns around and Nathan's there, and she's like, "What the fuck's touching me?"
And that's when it scratches her, runs off, or like
it runs into a tree.
Yeah. And
He runs into a tree.
her dad's like, "Oh, it's just a cat. It's fine."
Reaches into the tree.
He reaches in tree. He gets bit, and they take him to the hospital.
Of his hand gone.
Right, like yeah, it was like all like right there, basically. Like yeah. That's like the most graphic we really got.
Minus the bear trap.
I forgot about the bear trap. Yeah,
dude, I'm remembering. You watched this movie like 2 days ago, and I'm remembering more.
You watched the recap today.
Still,
anyway,
you should know.
Again, watch them back to back. That's happened since then. Anyway, why am I leading? You're supposed to be leading.
You were talking. I didn't know I was supposed to be leading.
Yes. This is what I deal with every day. Yeah, they're at the hospital.
You're at the. Okay, fine.
You won't like to lead, do you?
Well, if it's on a movie I'm more passionate about, I'll lead. If that makes sense.
I thought you were passionate about this one. This was your idea.
This one was one of my ideas, yes. But since I didn't get to watch the full ass movie because of somebody's.
Okay, okay. So for those of you who don't know, I work with kids, okay? He texts me at 9:30 in the morning expecting me to fix this problem.
Yeah.
I can't fix the problem if I'm in a room full of 10 screaming children. Can I?
Well, I can't fix the problem if it doesn't work.
Well, you should have texted me like 2 hours later when I could actually fix it during nap time.
You could have remembered.
Okay, I was trying to keep my kids to sleep.
Easy. It's called a cloth and chloroform.
And something that's called illegal. Which is why you're not a teacher.
You put chloroform in the spray bottle, you spray the kids.
Still illegal. Still illegal.
Okay, fine.
And yes, I've seen that commercial. It's hilarious.
Okay, how about this? You get them a whole bunch of fruit snack packs. You slip in the melatonin gummy.
Still illegal. Still something that's.
You really think I would do this when I was a teacher?
Oh, I know you would.
Exactly. But this is hilarious ideas. You have to agree.
All ideas I've had. Anyway.
Here, little Tommy. Here's some fruit snacks for you.
Anyway.
Hey, Spunny. I feel sleepy, Mr. Graham.
Anyway. You would expect to. Do you know how many things I was doing during nap time?
No.
I was communicating with your fiance about Sunday. I was communicating to Miranda and you because we were doing something Saturday.
Yeah.
And we were messing with Miranda because that's what brothers do. I was doing scout stuff, talking to a teacher next door to me, talking to another teacher next door to me. I did not stop.
Well, that's on you.
I did not stop. Okay. So anyway, they're at the hospital, and Ozzy and Alex go to a pawn shop to figure out.
Oh yeah, because they wanted to see how valuable the coin is.
Yes. And so.
Which looked more like a joke shop on the outside than anything.
I didn't really pay attention to that. I was also making breakfast.
Okay, fair.
When I was doing this, so I pre-make my breakfast, but
when I saw it, it looked like a joke shop, like those old shops. Right, Magic Man, where are they coming from?
Where's what coming from?
That's the fourth coin.
You've always had 4. You've always had 4. He can't count now. Okay, look, guys.
I had 3. I originally had 1.
1.
He dropped 1.
2. 3. 4.
You know what's funny is if you pull out like a 5th one.
But anyway, here's your 4.
That's 3.
You've always had 3. He doesn't know how to count. Do you see this?
You just said 4.
I said 3.
I'm gonna move this back. And if I see that that's 4. See?
That's always been there. You didn't grab it. I don't know what you just.
I don't know what I did either.
What did you just
I dropped it and went flying this way, so he caught it.
Those are your 4 gold coins.
Just flick my head. All right, go back. So they go to the joke shop. This is where we have the pogo scene.
After they leave,
After
the
they
leprechaun
leave.
comes
But
and
somehow the leprechaun knew where they were going, which was very odd. The funniest thing is, even though he collects shoes or fascinates over shoes, his vehicle choice in this entire movie is like on some other level.
that was so funny.
He comes out on a trike like Saw.
A trike, and then it was like one of those motorized vehicles.
Yeah, like an old pedal car.
Yeah. Which he literally like redoes and like makes it like an actual killing machine, which was really funny.
Yeah, he puts a pitchfork on it.
And so,
Which I gotta comment about that one. Continue.
yeah, so he kills the shop owner with the pogo stick.
After he pops out of a safe, somehow he gets into.
Yeah, he's slowly regaining his magic.
Yeah, he's slowly.
Um, yeah, like he kills the shop owner, and like that was a really unique death right there.
Yeah. That's the one where the blood splatters all over the face.
Yeah, so that one, like that didn't make much sense because I don't know why I just said, but that one didn't make much sense because there was blood all over his face at the very beginning of the scene.
Yeah.
And so, like, after the first pogo stick, like, there's already blood on him. And I don't know. That's if I have one critique about the movie, it's that.
To be honest, you would have to have like the the rubber part of the pogo stick. What are you doing?
Well, I'm putting my hand in my pocket. I'm cold.
Then why is it in your other hand in your pocket?
That one's not cold.
You're so weird. Okay, so what was that? So if the rubber part was not on the pogo stick, I can see it causing blood on the dude. But if you have the rubber part, you're not breaking skin. You're basically just breaking ribs.
Yeah.
Unless the ribs are somehow busting out of the skin, then I can see the whole blood splatter stuff.
Yeah.
You got any comment on that?
No. I don't even judge that. I agree.
Okay.
So then they meet Nathan and Troy at the dino, and what happens there? Something
Jennifer
happens.
Aniston and Nathan.
Okay,
I forgot her character name.
Troy. I've been saying it this entire time.
Okay, that one's Troy. Okay. Dude, I'm trying to remember everybody's name. I just know
Troy and Nathan.
Troy just does not sound like a girl's name.
If it's spelled Tori, I know.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Because one of our common friends, his sister's name's Troy.
Who?
Lumberjack.
I need actual name, please.
Jonathan.
Okay. I haven't talked to them for a really long time, so like I need an actual
Okay, fair.
name.
But yeah, his sister's name's Troy. I completely forgot her name's Troy.
Yeah.
That's not fucking my head.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a common girl's name.
No, it is not common.
But it is likely. Anyway, something happens at the dino. What happens at the dino? They get into an argument, don't they?
I don't remember the diner scene that much.
I feel like something happens, so I can't remember.
I just remember that they end up going back to the house.
Yes.
And that's where the shoes were on the table and everything was spread around because the leprechaun came back and is tearing apart the entire place. Finds an old box of Lucky Charms.
Tries it and spits it out because it's probably stale.
Yeah, that is stale because who knows how long that's been up there.
Probably for 10 years.
Yeah, but what is he? He said something about it. And he has like the corniest comebacks too.
He does.
Because after he's shot,
very much, he reminds me of Freddy.
Yeah. His magic is pretty much similar to Freddy's almost.
Yeah.
I'll name the scene later, but when he trashes the whole house, where's it going with this? I know he said something about the Lucky Charms.
Yeah, he does. I can't.
But also when he's bouncing on the dude's chest, after he's done killing the guy, he says he'll bounce back.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, he reminds me a lot about Freddy.
Yeah.
Um, and then so they get home and they're like, "Oh, it's a bear."
Yeah, a bear.
The bear was shined the shoes and made this mess everywhere.
Excuse me. Oh my goodness.
And so then Nathan goes outside and gets caught in a bear trap.
Yeah, a bear.
And so that's when they first see the leprechaun and they start believing
Because he
Ozzy.
starts wailing at him with a flashlight.
Yeah. So they shoot him. They point out blank to shoot this guy.
But here's another thing. That's another gory scene. Is because they show his leg from the bear trap.
Oh, true, true, true.
But yes, this shotgun. I kid you not. How he does not put any ammo in this shotgun. You never see him put ammo, and somehow he's firing off round after round.
That was another thing I was going to say. It's like so in I'm going to bring up Walking Dead. So in The Walking Dead, there's this one scene very similar to this, where a guy's taking a shotgun and shooting a whole bunch of markers on it. We saw him do Walking Dead, by the way, and people make fun of it because the character's name is Herschel, and they're like, "Oh, it's Herschel's infinite, unlimited shotgun ammo." Cheat inside the show. Yeah, it's very similar to this. It's just unlimited shotgun ammo.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
And it's fine. You know, honestly, that stuff doesn't bother me as much in movies.
Make it more accurate.
I mean, yeah, I would like it more accurate, but I was having fun with it.
Because if you're gonna shoot somebody with like a 9 millimeter or a SNR or I don't know, maybe a normal revolver, there you have a certain amount of ammo.
Right,
Nothing is like unlimited ammo
right.
unless you got some minigun and you got like an unlimited belt of bullets.
Yeah, no. But anyway, I didn't. I don't. That stuff doesn't bother me in movies. It really doesn't.
What are you?
So they take Nathan back to the house, and Leprechaun just leaves him alone in the house. He really doesn't attack them in the house.
No,
I don't know why.
no, he doesn't want scene, but not at this point.
Yeah. So
He's looking for his gold basically.
they try calling 911, but it's oh, because he killed a cop earlier. We missed that scene.
Oh yeah, he kills a cop
Yes.
after after he killed the guy with the pogo stick, he finds some electronic car which looks like I want to say it's a pedal car, but it's not.
It was like some motorized car, like one of those toy motorized cars.
Yeah, a better looking version.
Yeah.
And he drives that down the freeway like at top speed, and a cop pulls him over like, you know what, I'm pulling you.
And the cop is like, aren't you supposed to be home though, kid? And he's like, I'm a leprechaun.
I'm 600 years old.
I'm 600 years old.
Sure
And he,
you are, buddy.
well, okay, this cop is 10 times smarter than anyone thinks killing.
Yeah.
So he tries removing, Leprechaun's face because he thinks it's a mask. And like Leprechaun puts his hand on him and his face starts like melting almost. Not melting,
I
but
want to
like
say it's like the claws, like
maybe, to me, it just looked like it started sizzling almost.
I guess. Well, you might
And
use some magic or something.
yeah, yeah. And so we have a whole scene of these two like running in the woods.
Yeah, which was not needed at all in this movie.
I didn't hate it though.
But it's you saw your hand that time.
Man,
So you've been horning out on me.
don't have any mercy. Hands clean. Hands clean. Hello.
I saw that hand up. You're not sly.
No, that time I wasn't sly.
I am up to
Five.
five.
Okay. Um. So 95 more to go.
Oh yeah, I need my 90. Where are me lucky coins? Where are me gold coins? I
I only
had.
have five.
Oh, this does smell like my gold.
Do you need to taste it too? Swallow it.
No, because in the movie the leprechaun sniffs the bag.
Oh yeah, that's what he does. Yeah, so we have a whole scene of these two like running in the woods,
which
and
is very unneeded.
maybe
If it
yes,
was shorter, yes. If it was as long as it is, no.
yeah. I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to build suspense,
Yeah.
and it didn't work. But at the same time, that didn't bother. It didn't bother me. It may have bothered you, but it didn't bother me. And afterwards,
It's just like the scene of, and I'm going to bring the movie up again, Thanksgiving, where he's at the car and he's like, ass, grass, or gas.
okay, that was like only one good scene in that movie.
It's still equal to that.
Yeah,
It's unneeded.
yeah. Um. So, uh, Leprechaun eventually finds the guy and kills him,
Yeah.
and
Using magic.
then he steals people's voices.
Yeah, he mimics.
Yeah. So,
That's one of the trait. That's one of the traits of.
because the cops eventually call and be like, "Hey, go check out this house," after they call 911, and
And he uses the voice to tell the cops, "Hey,
like, okay, I'm like 3 miles out. I'm gonna go check it out.
yeah,
And so afterwards, he goes to the house and attacks the kids.
that's where he's bouncing around the house through the cabinets."
Oh, that's right. That was another funny scene.
That was. He had a
That's
few.
right,
He had a few one-liners, especially when he came down the chimney. He was like, "I'm no Saint Nick," and just shoots him right there. That made me laugh. I ain't Saint Nick and
um,
okay, hold on. That reminded me of something else I gotta show you, or I'll just send it to you later.
okay.
But they were making fun of like the soft teddy bear on the commercials, like the bear
Are you talking about the toilet paper bill?
not the toilet paper bear,
Okay.
not the red ones. I'm talking about this little stuffed bear that's about fabric softener.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so this commercials make this little skit is making fun of that bear.
Gotcha.
So this woman's like talking about fabric and ironing, and all of a sudden you see like this little bear crawl up to the ironing board right in front of her, and she's not noticing it at all, and starts talking. She starts screaming and bang.
I think I remember that one. Um,
But that is similar like this. Comes down on the chimney, comes out of nowhere. What the fuck? Ho ho ho! I know, say Nick. Bam. But yeah, that part got me.
so they go, then they figure out like that the
Again, your chair just constantly. I saw your hand that time again.
no, you didn't.
You were like, it actually went underneath the computer.
How many you got now?
I'm at 6.
6? Only 6?
I'm at 6.
What? So like 94 left to go.
I'm 94. Yeah.
Huh?
I haven't killed anyone yet.
Yeah, you haven't killed me. Surprisingly. Surprisingly. Anyway,
Graham, can you come over here real quick? Come over here. You're just gonna go over here.
bye.
This way.
Oh, that's a bad knee.
This way. Keep going.
You
Keep
point again at
going.
the play sale. Hello.
That's where you shouldn't.
What?
That's where you should just stay over there, not be talking.
Alright, sorry for the detour. Anyway, they figured out that the guy who originally trapped the leprechaun
We're still alive.
was still alive, and because he just had a stroke, and that he may know what's going on
Yeah, then they
and how to kill him.
Graham got outside. Which this is where the scene that is like very Mad Max. The leprechaun comes out of the barn in some makeshift car with a pitchfork on it.
Yes. Yes.
And this is where it gets stupid. So this is where I'd call it the same as Thanksgiving with the whole dad scene. Because this little tiny car versus a big ass truck and somehow knocks the truck to roll over.
Still more believable than anything in Thanksgiving.
You said it more believable. This thing could be really underneath the car, and he would just smack his head on the door.
Okay, I would believe that over someone imposing as their dad,
If
thinking it was their dad.
if a small person was on a little motorized car and you're in a truck and he's coming at you
I'm not
and
saying
he's
it's
able to be
logical.
and he comes at you, what would you have done?
Probably put my okay. He had spikes on it though.
Yes, but still, the thing was very lower than the truck.
I just ran him over.
You know what I would have done? Wait till he got closer and then open the door to knock him out over, and then floor it.
Anyway, so they go to the mental hospital,
Which
and
everybody needs to go to in this movie. We have a leprechaun chasing us.
oh, I forgot. Oh, poor Ozzy. Poor Ozzy. So Ozzy tells the cops that there's a leprechaun chasing them, and the cops laugh at him. You know, like what did he say? Like last week it was a penguin or something like that.
I think.
They said something like, "Oh yeah, last week it was this thing. Like this week it's a leprechaun." Poor Ozzy. You have to feel
His
bad for
character
him.
got shit on a lot.
Poor Ozzy. I say that a lot. Um,
That time I saw your hand.
you were looking down.
I was, but doesn't mean my peripheral vision wasn't focused.
My hand was like right there doing that.
Sure was.
Anyway, so Leprechaun's already there, and he has already nearly killed a guy. Um, and he's like impersonating him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, there's no way to kill a leprechaun. Just give him back the gold, and he'll leave you alone."
Yeah.
And so they leave. No, he jump scares them in the elevator.
Well, he doesn't jump scare him. His character. So before, as they arrive there, the leprechaun is taking place of the guy.
Yeah,
Like he used some magic to where she walks in, she thinks she sees him in a wheelchair, but it's not him. It's the leprechaun. And the guy comes falling through the roof of the elevator and then dies.
yeah. Well, he talks to them and is like, you had just give him back the gold, and he'll leave you alone.
And grab a four-leaf clover.
And grab a four-leaf clover in this spot. So, Troy goes to the four-leaf clover area. Eventually finds one.
Yeah, the only scene where this entire movie the grass is actually lit green.
That was amazing. Then, and then
Am I the one who pays attention to the details?
again, I was also making breakfast at the time, so I was taking a glance, looking at the screen, looking at what I was doing, taking a glance, looking at that. I was actually doing things. Someone has to actually like eat breakfast for some odd reason, or they get hungry.
See, I don't eat breakfast. I really just go to work.
Yeah, no, I get hungry. I don't want to get hungry. Um, okay, you talk about the ending. I'm taking a break from talking. Your
Taking a
turn.
break. Okay. After the whole elevator scene, Troy and is Nathan with her, or is it just Troy?
Nathan's hurt at the house because of the bail trap.
So who went with her? I think she just went by herself, right? Yeah, she went by herself
Yeah.
because she managed to get into the jeep, but she comes back and she finds the clover and then she finds the gold, hands it to the guy.
No. They go. She goes back to the house and tells Ozzy like, "Hey, where's the gold?"
Oh yeah,
And then that's when they finally admit that they found it. Well, Ozzy accidentally says that they found it, and Alex is like, "Dude, what the heck are you doing?
yeah,
We're gonna use that for your surgery."
yeah, and then she just goes to the well and she
Yes.
brings it up. Leprechaun appears on her, which will I'll admit the effects was amazing on that one.
Honestly, the effects really weren't that bad inside this movie.
Um, not all of them, especially the fake parts, but like the digital style of it wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
The way he appears was just like green skeleton, and then formed into a body.
Yeah.
Like that's where he grabs the back going, and he just like, oh yeah, smells like me gold,
Yeah. And
and starts counting it,
So she leaves and goes back to the
Yeah,
house.
thinking that everything's okay, and he goes to the truck and starts counting the gold. Realizes, oh, I'm one short because it's the one that Ozzy swallowed.
Yeah. Is that the one? Is that when he appears in cabinets?
Oh yeah, no, that might have been the one.
Yeah, I think that's when he appears in the cabinets and to find the gold coin. Ozzy nearly sacrifices himself, but eventually they trap him in a well and they kill him with the four-leaf clover.
Well, the what's the one kid? The
Alex or Ozzy?
okay, so it's Alex. Alex has a slingshot, takes the four-leaf clover,
Yes,
shoots
yes,
it down the nice aim, by the way, and somehow makes it into the mouse,
yes, yes,
which boils him alive. Which I will admit reminded me of Gremlins.
yes,
It
yes. It
reminded me
did.
of
Yes,
Stripes at the very end.
yes.
Ooh, I hit the
So
mic. Sorry about that.
um, yeah. So they trap him inside a well, and he is stuck there.
I'll admit the effects on that one was spot on.
Right. I got a thing. I got a thing. That was so good for me to do that.
I like how you just didn't casually. Oh, hey, coin.
I had it right there, and I was gonna like boom, and it was gonna come out of nowhere, so that way you wouldn't see my hand like do the slide up trick.
This bit is not working as much as you thought it would.
No, but still making it
It's
interesting.
still making it.
And also, I'm gonna do it for the next video too.
Why? I'm up to 8 now.
Why? Why am
I
I
said
gonna
I'm
do it
up
for
to
the next?
8.
No, I thought you said why am I gonna do it for the next
Yeah,
video?
why are you gonna do the next video?
I don't know. Keep things interesting. I have a pocket full of gold coins. Do something with it.
Oh yeah, smells like me gold.
Um. Okay, so overall, like this movie really wasn't that bad.
No.
Cheesy, yes.
Cheesy, yes, but not bad. The writing was there, the animation was there. It just I bet you if it was made today, it would be a lot scarier.
Oh yeah. Well,
Some
they
of
just
the corny jokes almost.
when was the
It'd be close to like Jason versus Freddy, I think. Oh, the one scene, I forgot to tell. Okay, so the scene where he's popping out of the shelves
mhm.
when they try to call through the phone, he pulls some Freddy Krueger shit.
No.
The telephone scene where the hand comes out of the phone, like it almost looked like the hand from a scary movie. Hey, my good hand, my
Um,
hand not strong enough.
2018. It was the newest one.
2018.
Yeah, Leprechaun Returns.
Okay, it's been that long.
Um,
Wow, actually, yeah, it's been
yeah.
it's been 7 years.
I thought it was last sooner than that.
Hmm,
Maybe I'll make a new one.
it might be. I completely forgot it was 2018.
Yeah. Anyway,
And
yeah. So
that
overall,
one might definitely be a lot better than the first one.
yeah. I don't know if I ever see that one or like seen clips of it.
I might have watched it, I just don't remember.
Yeah. But overall, like I would probably give this a good 7 out of 10. Like I want to be personal. This is another one that honestly surprised me. Like Trick or Treat, this one surprised me on how much I
Trick or
liked it.
Treat was a good one. That one was better quality of certain graphics than Leprechaun,
Oh
but
yeah, yeah, yeah. But like no, what I'm saying is like Trick or Treat surprised me on how much I liked it.
oh yeah,
And so I'm saying this was the same thing. Like this surprised me on how much I actually enjoyed this movie.
if the first one had more suspense in it, I could see this one as like a good horror movie. But I'd have to give it a 6.
I mean that's fair. That's fair. But overall, like it really wasn't that bad. I enjoyed it. It would be one I'm definitely interested in watching again. And I definitely am looking forward to doing Leprechaun too.
All right.
And I just can't hope it doesn't get too unwatchable.
No, the only one I would say is unwatched. It's close to unwatchable, which is very corny. I have to say is the space one.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Because Jason X, it really like
it is very close to Jason X. That much I remember.
But like, I have never actually properly watched Jason X, but like, Jason X looks like the type of movie I would enjoy.
Which one of the Alien series is the most corny one?
The fourth one.
Think that.
Okay. I'm not sure if I would say corny, but like, the one that's the most unrewatchable.
Yeah.
Would be the fourth one. Resurrection, I think is. I don't know. I can't remember. Okay. Anyway, anything else you want to add about Leprechaun?
We're green. I don't really know other than we're green for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Unless you got anything else.
No. Alright. This was the Graveyard Shift. Well, 2 idiots talk cool. Good night, everyone.